No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet. The Smackin It Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden Matt Ritter. I am here with my co-host. She is host of the She Leads Showcase Inside the Mind of In the Crowd. Getting off story time with Miss Katie Kinsey, baby. And as our guest host would say, the sunshine that shines through the revolving door at the mall.
Close. You know, you're almost there every time. So.
The hardest working woman in podcasting today.
That I am.
Rookie of the year.
Yes.
5 years running.
Yep. Still.
I haven't even been podcasting for 5 years.
The emancipated.
Listen, we've been drinking. We're still drinking. So
Hey,
that's something I don't do. So, you know, we're having a good time. For joining us, ladies and gentlemen, from Young Kings Wrestling, he is King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name, better known as Dr. Reek Baker, BBC. We're going to be doing a lot of acronyms today. So, you know, BBC, CEO, DMD, AOL, who knows?
AOL. Oh, shit.
Fucking why not?
Fucking.
How you guys doing?
I'm great. Very
I'm
great.
all right.
Yeah, Kay's having a rough day. We're going to get to it, but not till the end of the show. So she's going to have to suck through the show. The way things are working today, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to smash or pass Forbidden Door real quick instead of news or rumors. Then we're going to do our weekly spits or swallows. Then we're going to smash or pass Money in the Bank. So you got 2 smashings and 2 passings, and then a spit and a swallow because Katie asked me not to hawk Tua anymore. So
Yeah, because that meme is fucking dead. Let it die.
I'm going to. Not all the time, but there are some specific things that I'm going to have to, because it's that bad to me. Spoiler alert.
And if you're watching us over at youtube.com/Creation World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
And why is that important?
Because you are a horror.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen, especially off the hard Mountain Dews, which actually really aren't doing shit. I am a whore. I'm a whore for your likes. I'm a whore for your comments. I'm a whore for... I'm like 4 or 5 deep, and I don't feel shit. For your attention, it's only like 5% alcohol. It ain't shit.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the horror comment. That's why.
I'm also about 4 or 5 deep there, and I don't feel shit. No, I'm a whore for all of these things, ladies and gentlemen, but mostly your attention, which is why I do this podcast, which is why we are here. So when you watch, when you like, when you subscribe, when you tell people about us so that they can come check us out, because hopefully you're watching because we're fucking entertaining. Hopefully you want to keep watching. You want to tell people about us. You know, it boosts the algorithm. It lets more people find us. Hopefully they enjoy us too. But also while you're doing that, I want to see you do something. I need to know that you did something. I need to know that you flicked that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live every Thursday, except for this past Thursday because holidays, for the Creation Conversation at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, like right now at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. Every Sunday for the next few weeks for hashtag Them Dragons, an hour after Them Dragons ends, so roughly about 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. And then following that, every other Sunday, including this Sunday, for Getting Off at roughly 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern time. This Sunday is Katie Horror Showcase 4, where we talk Children of the Corn 4, and all the news and rumors that you expect from a Katie Horror Showcase. So come check us out tomorrow. You guys can also check us out twitch.tv/Creation World, where if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you link that to your Amazon Prime account, and you get a free sub every month. So Twitch plus Amazon gets you a free sub on Twitch that you can give to us for your favorite content creators, your favorite streamers, all of that good stuff. It could be Katie over there. She's been accepting subs. Our boys over at Botch Spots and Chair Shots. Anyone that we know or that you love that's on Twitch. Maybe it's not, one of our group, but you have a favorite Twitch streamer. Use that sub. Show them some support. That's the whole point of us doing this, is like knowing that we have people that enjoy what we're doing and support us in what we're doing so that we can continue to do it and keep bringing you fun shit. Speaking of fun shit, unless you guys got something you want to say before we start smashing or passing on the Forbidden Door.
No.
Good.
All right, smash or pass Forbidden Door. So we're not going to talk about the 0 hour. Fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
So it looks like we kicked off with Serpentico versus Kyle Fletcher.
I don't know. I didn't watch the pay-per-view.
All right. Serpentico versus Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher defeated Serpentico. Smash or pass?
I don't even remember that. Pass.
I don't care.
I probably missed that.
The Bleacher Report gave it an F and said it served no purpose, had no reason to exist on this card.
I think that was a 0 hour match.
I mean, the 0 hour said Yoda, Tsuji, Titan, and Hiromu Takahashi versus Mystico and the Lucha Bros. Mariah May versus Saraya was on the 0 hour, according to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Mariah won. That's a smash.
That's all a smash.
Willow and Tam Nakano versus Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe was also a tag team match on the 0 hour.
Smash.
And then a 4-way tag match, Kyle O'Reilly and Ishii versus the House of Black versus Private Party versus Gabe Kidd and Roderick Strong.
Oh, okay. So maybe Serpentico and Kyle Fletcher was on the normal card. That's a waste of a match, but okay.
I mean, it also has that 4-way tag match on the card. Neither here nor there. Oh, you know what? Maybe they are running on the 0 hour. It was not listed on the 0 hour. All right. We're going to scroll past the 0 hour. Okay. MJF versus Hechicero. MJF getting the win. Hechicero. Smash or pass?
Yeah, I'll get that smash. I didn't see what we were trying to do, introducing that, because I get the whole crossover, CMLL, everything like that, but I mean, MJF isn't coming back to lose, so it's common sense here.
Yeah, smash.
Especially after what we're going to talk about from Wednesday.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
We got the Acclaimed and Hiroshi Tanahashi, or Hiroshi Tamagotchi, as I call him, versus the Young Bucks and Katsuchi Uganda, or Kazuchi Okada. So the Elite, the Bucks and Okada, versus the Acclaimed and Tanahashi, with the Elite going over. Smash or pass?
Pass. Why the fuck was this a match? You should have just had Okada versus Tanahashi, and why would you have Tanahashi join this team just to lose?
Because AEW.
Yeah, everything she just fucking said. Because I said on YK last week, like, I'm okay with this if the Elite loses, and they didn't lose.
They did not.
Which I obviously I see why, but nah, it's never gonna go over with me. So heavy pass.
All right. Then we had the Owen Hart Foundation men's quarterfinal that saw Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi, with Bryan Danielson winning via ref stoppage. Smash or pass?
Ooh. I will always smash a ref stoppage 10 times out of 10. That was some good shit.
I'll smash because Brian Danielson.
I'm gonna need you to say his full name. Hi, Tommy.
The All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Brian Danielson.
Really?
I got you another.
Thank you. Thank you.
John?
Y'all all just saw that.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No.
Oh,
No.
What? What's the problem?
Explain yourself right now. We are not doing another thing on this show.
What would you like me to explain? That I have bikini-clad servants bringing me drinks during the show?
Is that why I kept hearing your phone buzz?
My phone is.
I'm about to say, was that pre-planned? Did you do that on purpose?
I
heard somebody's phone vibrating on a desk.
That was not pre-planned. But nothing he does shocks me. So
the rat doesn't mean shit to me anymore. Bring that guy back. John and an
wow,
American
Tommy,
bikini.
wow.
That's crazy.
That was actually me. I forgot to take vibrate off, so that was my phone.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh man,
I just thought it was Matt playing some shit.
That's wild.
That's the funniest fucking thing.
My wife just sent me a text with the devil emoji, so I'm assuming it was her idea or a crossover. They're probably just up there trying to figure out a way to fuck with me during the show. But again,
honestly,
I'm not surprised by anything John does. So
I just saw a bikini. I'm like, oh, who is this chick walking in? I'm like, no, that's a dude. Like, what the fuck going on?
I wasn't like looking at his screen, so I was very confused.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't looking directly there, so I just seen bikini, and I'm like, oh, this is getting crazy real fast. And
Tommy, what do you want to talk about? What is there to talk about? What would you like to talk about?
All right, Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about?
Whoa.
Bring him back.
John doesn't like the podcast, but John, if you can hear me, they want you to come back.
I don't know what this we is. One person does.
AEW World Women's Championship, Mina Shirakawa versus Timeless Toni Storm. Toni Storm getting the win, but the fans getting the throuple that we've all been hoping for. I think we're all swallowing that.
Smashing.
Oh, yeah.
We smash.
Hulk smash. I need it.
What?
Orange Cassidy.
He said he's tired.
Whoa. Let's not get disrespectful. Let me tell you something right now. Sir. Toni Storm, and I said this on our show last week, Toni Storm is doing the best work out of any women's wrestler, period. I don't care what company, what promotion, whatever. She is doing the best work out of any women's wrestler today. Period.
Also, if you're going to keep spelling her name, spell it correctly. It's Toni.
That's just the facts, my brother. That's just the facts. We can't dispute that.
Orange Cassidy lost to Zac Efron Jr.
No, that's almost different people, but close.
Zach Morris Jr.
Closer.
I see what you're doing.
Zach and Miri make a porno.
No. This
Saba, right? Zach Saba, the from Power Rangers. The
talking, oh my god!
Is that who we fought? No. All right.
No.
Well, some dude from New Japan, some white dude, beat Orange Cassidy.
It gets.
I hear he's super duper.
Yeah, he's super duper. I think it's a smash. They faced each other at the first Forbidden Door, and Cassidy won. So I thought that was a cool way to just. I mean, if you're gonna put Saber on the card, might just fucking well do something that where you can.
I knew this happened before, but
I heard you guys talking about it on Young Kings, and I was like, they were so close.
Was it a 4-way or was it 1-on-1?
They had a 1-on-1 match.
See, I knew
at the first Forbidden Door.
Okay. So I knew I wasn't tripping. This
happened. No, you guys, it has happened before. So you guys were
okay.
You guys were on the right track. Tommy likes 4-ways. Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm passing because I don't. I said it last week. I don't know what we need to see this again for. Because he's not going to beat Zach.
Why not?
And he shouldn't beat Zach.
He beat Zach the first time.
He did. Okay, well.
Yeah, but back when that happened, Orange Cassidy was still cool. So.
Well, I mean, regardless if he's cool or not, he shouldn't win that match. So. Nothing against it. Just
Hook Bada Joe defeated Chris Jericho and his bitches. And Cobb. And Corn on the Cob. It was Jericho, Big Bill, and Corn on the Cob.
Big Bitch and Corn on the Cob.
Yeah.
I'm passing purely for the fact that we are subjecting Samoa Joe to this bullshit. I am so tired of seeing Chris Jericho on TV. I don't know what to do. It is why I don't consistently watch AEW to begin with.
Yeah, no. What Reek said is, yeah, fuck that.
I feel like I forgot or I missed something. Christian got injured, right? Or no, Christian lost the title to Edge, and Edge is injured?
Edge.
Yeah, Copeland jumped off a fucking table to beat Malachi Black in that fucking match.
Acting like he's not 50
Had
years
Malachi
old
Black
and
win,
shit.
my God, business.
Yeah, that's what it was. So we had a ladder match to crown a new TNT champion, and it is the luckiest motherfucker in the world, current TNT champion and proud significant other of Anna Jay, Jack Perry.
I mean, there was no one else you really realistically could have had win this.
Exactly.
Well, your options were Dante Martin, El Phantasmo, who apparently is doing a Logan Paul gimmick, Leo Rush, who I forgot about, Mark Briscoe, and Konosuke Takeshita, which, I mean, Takeshita was an option. He could have done
but Takeshita's not on TV consistently to have him be your champion. Jungle Boy was almost given the fucking title to begin with. But no, put him in a qualifier, go make him go through a ladder match, and you're gonna give him the title regardless. Stupid.
Yeah, this is realistically from the time he showed back up on TV. There was nobody else that made sense to do this for. Realistically,
I did see that spot, the blue thunder bomb through the tables. Yeah.
So here's the one I'm most interested in. Title for title. Mercedes Mone, or as our esteemed guest calls her, Mercedes Hogan, versus New Japan Strong Women's Champion Stephanie Vakir, Vakir, with Mercedes going over and becoming both the AEW TBS Women's Champion and New Japan Strong Women's Champion. Smash or pass?
Boo. Boo. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Sorry.
This will be the first Hawk. This will be the first Hawk tour that I'm giving. Because I said ahead of time that I would be watching it closely. I watched it closely and I didn't like what I saw. This woman who I said ahead of time, like, listen, her ring work is what carries her, and I give her credit for that. This looked way too clunky. It looked like either they were calling the match in the ring on the fly, or they were searching for chemistry that wasn't there. And this wasn't.
He said something.
We talked about it beforehand.
No, we talked about it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I said I had not a lot, but there are a couple that I'm going to do that for. But yeah, like, I didn't like that vibe, that whole, like, they were searching for something, some kind of chemistry. Too many clunky spots in there. Like, I know she's better than that. I know I haven't seen a lot of Stephanie Vakir, so I don't know what I was really expecting here, but it's just like I saw it and I wasn't feeling it, and I wasn't big on what they were ultimately going to do to begin with. Less so now.
I mean, from what I've seen in AEW of Stephanie and the fact that she's horny, I really like her.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks like Kat Dennings.
Oh, so you got my attention.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, think about it.
Kat Dennings with devil horns, which
smash.
Yeah, smash. So we're smashing Stephanie, passing on Mercedes in the win. Are we smashing the return of Britsburg's own DMD?
Yes. Yes. I don't give a shit about the titles being on the line. I'm just happy Britt's back. All I'm saying. Until we get to it later.
I am, but I'm doing it very cautiously.
Cautious smash.
Because I watched that
smash with the condom.
There we go.
Sorry.
Because I watched that segment on Dynamite, and now I'm concerned deeply.
A rubber smash. How many fucking matches were on this card? All right.
Too many.
The ICUP Hungry Man Championship match. Jon Moxley versus Titty Sewer Nato. With Nato winning and taking the belt back to New Japan.
Fucking
good.
Smash.
Take your fucking titles and put them on your own goddamn company, people. Jesus.
Smash.
Let Moxley get the vacation he deserved 2 years ago.
Fuck him in his vacation. He should have never had this title to begin with.
They should stop putting it on him then.
Hold up.
Do you guys not also have a cleaning service?
Yo, this
no,
is crazy.
I wish.
Oh man, what's going on in that man's
I
crib?
love this so much.
AEW World Championship Swerve Strickland versus Will Osprey, with Strickland retaining the title.
I mean, smash.
Listen, as much as I'm gonna say, as much as we can talk our shit about number 52. The dude is a hell of a wrestler. We know what Osprey is going to do. I will never knock the in-ring talent of the two of them. I said from day one that this was going to slap. I expected that it would hold off to All In, but I don't know. Maybe they run it back or something like that. I don't know. But this was always going to be a smash. I didn't even question it.
Well, they're not going to be able to. I don't think they're going to be able to run it back because winner of the Owen gets a title shot.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So it's probably going to be Bryan versus Swerve for the title, which give the fucking title to Bryan. Fuck around a little.
See, there's a thing though.
I know.
I'd like to say that it's Bryan, but Hangman just won.
Oh yeah, Hangman did win. He bloodied.
They got unfinished beef.
I am not opposed to the evil cowboy with his evil mustache becoming champion at All In.
Oh, I ain't watching that shit. No, ain't no way in hell. Keep that
I
off
mean,
my TV.
I'm not gonna watch the pay-per-view. I'll watch Hangman. It's a nice looking cowboy. What can I say?
I mean, Hangman versus Swerve makes the most sense.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about storytelling and them telling stories and them doing things that matter and make sense, Hangman versus Swerve. If you do anything else, you're just fucking up. Because what do we waste all that time for, if not to get here? And also, I mean, we'll talk about it more because I talked about it with Katie, but I like that Hangman put hands on the Elite. Like,
he put hands on both Mathematics and Nickelback Jackson. That was crazy.
He did. Forbidden Door overall smash or pass. 17 matches, by the way.
Pass. Why the fuck we got that many matches?
Yes, that's
for who? For what?
Well, we needed to have Serpentico versus Kyle Fletcher on that card. Like that was a must.
Who the fuck is Kyle Fletcher?
Sound like a real Kyle Fletcher is
Kyle Fletcher?
So Will Osprey's
the only
buddy.
Well, chill. First off, Great-O-Khan runs that group.
I didn't say anything about Will Osprey running the group. I said Will Osprey's buddy, and I put it in quotes.
They're all Great-O-Khan's buddies. All right. Kyle Fletcher's hanging. He was part of Aussie Open. They busted wide open down under.
Close, yeah.
And something like that. So his tag team partner went down. He's been wrestling singles. He's in the Don Callis family. Will Osprey having some issues with Don Callis and stuff. Neither here nor there.
Oh, the Thumb Clan. Okay.
That's Kyle Fletcher, yes.
Oh.
Not the Thumbs.
But Great-O-Khan runs that group. That's great. They're all Great-O-Khan's boys.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm passing though. I'm passing though. Because I I said there was only like 2 or 3 matches that I wanted to watch. Those were the matches I watched. The rest of the shit I did not care about, or they just made decisions that I didn't fuck with.
Now, when I say the Forbidden Door, we're talking about the pay-per-view, not that door behind me that a man in different women's bathing suits keeps coming through. I'm
No, that's a smash.
Both, though. Oh, that's a smash. That Forbidden Door is a smash.
That Forbidden Door is a smash because that's funny as fuck. The actual pay-per-view is a pass.
That's Matt's Forbidden Door, Katie. That's Matt's Forbidden Door.
Yeah. I will not repeat my phrase with that word included. I said.
Let's get into Spits and Swallows.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, reek. Spit or swallow.
All right, so I'm just going to piggyback off of the last thing, and I'm going to spit the Dynamite promo with Mercedes and Britt. I sat up there and I talked about how, you know, Mercedes had the Achilles heel of the promos. It felt like Britt was kind of grasping at straws to figure out, you know, what to give back to Mercedes. Like, yeah, I get, you know, the first half of, you know, he's telling everything that was going on with you, like she almost died and everything like that. You know, we had a thing about emotional promos this week, you know, and telling our personal stories. Apparently, this was the theme. But after that, it was just like, okay, so what are we doing? It's bitch this, bitch that. Like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. The fact of the matter is, you know,
hold on, Reek, real quick.
I felt like
Mike, thanks for stopping by. We love you. You missed John in a bikini and a women's one piece, so you might want to go back and watch this from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt like there hasn't been enough consistently good content for Britt Baker to do since she's been in AEW. I think like we peaked with the street fight with Thunder Rosa, her title win, and then I don't know what the hell was going on since then. And then, you know, the time that she's been out with the injury. So as like I said before, I'm going cautiously with this one. Very cautiously with this one.
I'm reaching for a tag from Reek.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm kind of with you. I had it down as a swallow, but also at the end of my notes, with DMD Britt Baker, she looks like she should be a bigger bitch than she actually comes off as on TNT and on TBS and on AEW in general. She is not quite hitting condescending sarcasm in the way that I want her to in her promos for me to feel like she's a real mean girl. Like, I feel like she's generally a nice person trying to be mean in her promos, less so than I can hate her because she is mean. However, everything else aside, the how Mercedes' run has gone in AEW so far, and blah, 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 and her promos and this and that, or the idea of both of them doing back and forth promos leading up to it, the idea of Sasha Banks, Mercedes Mone, and Britt Baker from a prior standpoint has always been a match that has enticed me and I'm interested in. I will say I do enjoy Britt's in-ring work. I feel like they were somewhat very similar-esque personalities. So the concept of those two clashing has me interested. We'll just see how the execution goes. As we talked about with how rough that women's New Japan Strong TBS title match was in the beginning a little bit and just timing off. I don't know if Mercedes is the one for Britt to have her first big match back against after being off for so long and apparently almost dying.
Yeah, that part. But they're going to do it because, as I say religiously, Tony just likes to blow his load as soon as possible because he sees the stars in people's eyes and say, oh, give it to them, give it to them, give it to them.
Listen, if you're not blowing your load and seeing stars, you're not doing it right. Katie, spit or swallow. Unless you want to tag on to the Britt Mercedes thing real quick before we move on.
Well, the only thing I'll say about that is, Mercedes ain't shit. Britt ate her up on the mic. Mercedes mic skills have been abysmal for quite some time. Let's just call a spade a spade. They've been garbage. And I think Britt did what she had to do. Britt was the face of the women's division for as much as shit people want to give her. She was the face. And obviously she's come back to a completely new division. So I'm intrigued. I just don't like Mercedes. This is nothing new. I didn't like Sasha. I don't like Mercedes.
So what you're saying is that much like JC Jane, Britt Baker is a fake ass bitch. Tommy said Britt and JC give the same vibes, and we know JC Jane is a fake ass bitch.
They're both just mean girls.
They do give the same vibes.
I wish we had. I need to talk to Vince. I need that clip. Where's that clip?
Yeah. Do we not have that?
We don't have that.
We said that so much. How the fuck?
I know.
Now wait. You don't like Sasha. You don't like Charlotte. Are there any of the horsewomen that you do like?
I love Bailey.
I mean, Pam
with the yams. But besides that, I love Bailey. And Becky's gone through a love-hate relationship.
What the fuck did Becky do to you?
Nothing. It's just when she goes
love-hate relationship, like
when she went against Rhea, I was team Rhea.
Nobody ever thought that Becky was going to beat. I said from the second they put that match out there, I said nobody should beat Rhea, Becky included,
and nobody should have. But here we fucking are. Well, nobody did beat her.
Becky is the least problematic out of probably any of those four.
Hey, listen, I love Becky as a human being. Just some of the characters weren't working sometimes. So that's not on her. That's a creative thing. That's a creative thing. I got no problem with that.
They all work. The only one that didn't work was that damn Irish jigger. When she found the stride, she was killing it. What?
I want to clip some stuff for TikTok. They're iffy about.
Bitch. Really?
Yeah. So that's the closest I can get. Katie.
Yes.
Say what? Say what?
Why does it loop?
I don't know.
Why not?
God damn it. Because it shouldn't. God. I can't focus.
Swallow.
Oh, I'm gonna swallow Sleepy Chew. It's my favorite thing.
Oh,
right now.
I had that on here too.
It's okay. There are plenty of other things. We just started.
Yeah.
Tommy's patiently waiting for John to come back.
Oh,
Spooky
boy.
Chew is one of my favorite things of all time. I love everything she's doing. It's just, it's so cool. Because we even had like a good like spooky female character. You could say since Alexa, people could say that. But like I think this is a good like thing that they're doing with her. And I'm not mad at it and I want more. I want her to just start putting bitches to sleep everywhere.
Fair.
Listen, the character aside, because I mean, we already know based off of the thing she did with Xia Li that she could do spooky characters. But I love the fact that we just spotlighted that this chick can wrestle and she's good. And we just have her just let loose, start wrecking bitches. I like this shit. I like it a lot. And I just love Wendy Chu in general.
Well, yeah.
Big Asians win all the time.
Let's see. I am going to swallow Charlie Dempsey doing the Lord's work over in TNA and showing up and beating up mad shitty kids, even if one of them's only a shitty kid by proxy. Gigi Dolan's boyfriend's really pissed off, wants to fight Baby Regal. Good luck with that one, bro. Have fun. Charlie Dempsey coming out and doing what I wish I could do. Just whooping the shit out of Mad Shitty Kids. For shits and giggles. Also, Carmen Petrovich apparently was supposed to be on that episode, or maybe it's the next episode. I don't know how the recordings go, but I didn't see her. But also, the show starts at 7:30, so I don't know if I miss on YouTube the first half hour, and if she was in the first half hour. I really haven't figured out how that works. So
well, I know they do batch recording sometimes, so it's very
so I don't know if
batch
she's next
tapings.
week or
Probably next week. I don't know, but her and I'm gonna talk about it. But now, do you hate Matt Shitty Kids, or do you want to beat up Matt Shitty Kids because he's a Matt Shitty Kid, or because he's Gigi Dolan's fiance?
both? Both. Because A, he has bad taste in friends, and B, I'm jealous as fuck. Both.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering.
Just big hating.
Both.
I understand.
Big hate. No,
I understand.
Listen. 100% big hate. Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude and 5 motherfuckers that look like him.
Mainly the second one, but both. Yeah.
Reek, spit or swallow.
All right, so this is my swallow, and this is really, truthfully, the catalyst for me coming here tonight, because I had to do this because y'all have been talking shit about this group for too long, and my dude went on. This is the only other AEW thing I got on here. My dude went on and cut this promo, blood all over his face. Hashtag still I rise, because Matt Menard. Listen, that wasn't. I'm not even gonna call this a great promo. This wasn't even the greatest promo of the week, month, or anything like that. But it was raw and it was real, and I felt that shit down the lens, like just straight up in your face with it. Like, listen, y'all tried to shit on them all the time with the never rise, everything like that. Them boys is working. I don't care what y'all say. Them boys is working, and I was liking this. I was liking this a lot.
I mean, them boys are working at Aldi's when there's a Walmart right next door, but that's neither here nor there.
Sounds crazy.
I'm also swallowing something adjacent to that, Reek. I'm swallowing. Katie, what have I been saying about MJF for a while now?
That you don't like that he was a babyface?
That is correct, because it just wasn't not my max, right? I needed heel max.
Not your scumbag.
And listen, not my scumbag. Hashtag not my scumbag. No, MJF is truly back and kicked Garcia at his lowest, in his lowest spot. So not only did he low blow him, but then beat the shit out of him, spit on him before using the ring. Some other guy, I'm assuming we're saving big money at Menards. I'm going to go across the street to Home Depot. Got punched in the face, got busted up. Reek talked about that. That was the thing that happened. And then he beat Danny to a pulp in the middle of the ring, and then got him up on the middle rope and dropped him with a middle rope tombstone pile driver. And listen, Will Osprey's bitch ass walked out of the ring, went back, took a piss, had a tea, and then waited until Danny was damn near dead before he ran out to go save MJF. Waited till the assault was over and said, "Oh yeah, shit, maybe I should be a good guy and go out there and do something about this." I'll give Matt Menard some credit. At least he tried. He got laid the fuck out with one punch, but at least he tried. Listen, I love some people that have gotten laid the fuck out with one punch. One of them showed up at Money in the Bank tonight. It happens, all right? Listen, it happens to our boys sometimes. Not going to give him a hard time for that. But, yeah, no. Heel MJF is back, and I couldn't be happier, because this is what I just saw somebody saying that AEW doesn't have any top heels, and someone was like, what the fuck is Christian? I'm like, last I checked, Christian was mid-card champion is what the fuck Christian was. Like, yeah. Christian is only good if your dad is dead or gone at this point. I'm not making any jokes.
I don't like the fact that both of you fuckers looked at me. Both of you.
I just said not making any jokes. Moving on. All right, moving on.
In fairness, you made a facial reaction that I looked at, so it wasn't like I was just looking at you for that purpose.
So we needed that top heel. Hangman's back. MJF is back. It's looking good for 50, 51, 52, 53. 52. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's looking good for 52 because people have been complaining about his run and him, who he's competing against and not really having anybody to elevate him. So we got the match with Osprey out of the way. Now we've got some top heels for him to contend against in Hangman Adam Page, who's kind of like the Wolverine anti-hero, not really a heel, not really a baby face. MJF is back full heel mode. He's going to want that title back. We got places to go and people to see. I'm down.
It's going to be solid. I dig it.
Katie, spit or swallow.
No, that happened there. I'm gonna swallow everything Toni Storm and Mariah May. Because it's the best thing in AEW. And Mariah has advanced once again. She beat former AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida to advance to the finals. So it's going to be Willow versus Mariah May. And that's a win-win situation for me because I love both women wholeheartedly with my heart and soul.
We can tag on that Dynamite match between Stat and Willow with Willow going over Stat as a swallow. That is also very true. We can also tag on the fact that Toni Storm talked about how great Mina's breasts look as a swallow as well.
Because duh.
Throuple. Love it.
Love lesbians.
Damn right.
Yeah, no, everything about that, I love it.
All right, let's get negative. I'm spitting the Edwards versus Hardy's tag team match. We saw Eddie and Alicia Edwards versus Matt and Rebecca Hardy in a tag team match. This was bad all around. I don't know much about Alicia Edwards. I have not been watching wrestling very long. I know she is a knockout women's tag team champion with Masha Slamovich. I know that she got beheaded at the Hardy compound.
So then how the fuck is she here?
Well, after everything bad happened, they just popped back to the entrance gate, and it was like all a dream. Something. It's broken Matt Hardy weird shit. Maybe it was all in her head. Who knows? All I do know is though Rebecca Hardy versus Alicia Edwards in the ring was not something I ever need to see again. That's not something we ever need to do again. And I don't want Rebby to hear this because she'll go in on me on TikTok, and I don't need that shit. However, Rebecca, respectfully, I enjoy you in cinematic events, not the in-ring work, not here, not this, not like your gear was fire. That was great. But we don't need to do that again. That was not fun for me.
When I heard that Matt and Rebby were tagging, I said right there, and I could not be paid to watch that. So I wasn't even going anywhere near it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Just let the fucking Hardys retire. God damn.
Oh, you need to talk to the Hardys about that. I feel like that's a them thing, not an anyone else thing. Yeah, they got to want to do it.
Listen, no. When I saw the tweet that it was Matt's bodies held together by glue, and he's dragging Jeff's lifeless body to fucking Tony Khan's office asking about tag titles, I was like, true. Because why the fuck are y'all still doing this? You don't need to anymore. I get it. Nostalgia, cool. But realistically, should they still be in a ring? No.
I'm not going to get on my Jeff hating bullshit. I've done enough hating this episode, so we'll just leave that there. I'm just, I agree. And I was a huge fan of Matt Hardy and the Hardys as a tag team back in the day. So it's kind of sad to see. But yeah, no, Jeff Jarrett, Ric Flair, and the Hardy Boys can all just let it go.
See, but I need one of those people to kick the bucket so I can get some points on my Deadpool.
That's crazy.
Fingers crossed.
Swallow.
Oh, promoting death is crazy. So we're gonna stay negative.
Coming from you?
Yeah, of all fucking people, the audacity down there.
Y'all listen to
some potato salad. You said you don't mayonnaise or mustard?
No more mustard.
No more mustard.
No more mustard.
Hi, John.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh man. Oh, where was I? Oh, but y'all listen to me. That man deserves to die. He deserves to die. Anyway.
And mine doesn't?
I mean.
Go ahead.
Anyway, we're gonna stay negative because I need to know 0-3 against his own father at this point in the game. Like I'm so sick and tired of this. WrestleMania last year, WrestleMania this year, a throwaway match on Monday Night Raw that don't mean nothing. Why is he still going over against Dom? Like this man really is Eddie Guerrero for real, because he is spending all of this time, the past year and a half, losing to Ray, and I really don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me.
On top of that, because like I have all of this lumped into a swallow, right? I know Reek doesn't necessarily agree with our current women's world heavyweight champion. Neither does Katie, but I do, because Liv is just chilling with her new friends, right? Priest comes in, ruins it because fucking bisexual Taker is a downer sometimes. Finn's like, hey, listen, that title's kind of changed you. Liv's over here. She got us tag team titles. Katie, I told you Finn is vouching for Damian. And then we saw the look tonight. We'll talk about it later, right? She did get them the tag team title belts back. And since Damian's been champion, he is different. He was out there running his mouth. Judgment Day needs me more than I need Judgment Day. But I saw him asking for help tonight. I don't know about you. I saw that shit. Neither here nor there. Then we had Liv and Zelina, right? What do you mean what?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean he was asking for help tonight?
Listen. When you go and you say, I don't want anyone coming out there, that means you want people coming out there. We saw him looking at the stage waiting for someone to come help. That's exactly it does. That is exactly what that means.
No.
He's been explicitly stating he wants no one out there interfering in his business.
Don't air quote this shit. Stop.
Not even just tonight, several weeks running, he said, yo, stay the fuck out of my business. Like, let me handle it.
We got Liv versus Zelina. Dom and Ray come out. Ray is the problem here, because if Ray had just stayed the fuck out and hadn't got involved, Zelina might have picked up the win. He got in Dom's face. Zelina ended up losing the match because Dom gave her the chair. She didn't take the chair, and then she got beat by Liv. Like, that was because Ray was out there and poorly influencing her and her decisions.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And then, as Reek said, we should have
no. You know who should have never been out there in the first place? Dirty fucking Dominic.
Why?
He has no business in this. He wants to
get
away from Liv.
His business
he wants to get
is
away
from
Liv.
Liv. Yeah, and fix the wrong that he created and
clearly
make her lose
the
that
man's
title.
got a bad track record because he tried to do that shit with Rebecca and it cost her. And we know for a fact that he did not talk to Rhea, and he lied to everybody saying he did. Put the flag down.
That man is chasing Thought Tail, and he is using the cover of a sabotage to do.
What would you do if you woke up one day and on social media, mommy got married? All right.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
The Buddy Murphy of all people.
And you know what I did? I let it happen. I said I'm happy for the happy couple. Because I'm not a homewrecker, and I'm not a succubus, and I'm not a heathen. Liv Morgan
all I'm saying is, listen.
I would say Buddy can't fight.
Rhea went out and got married.
Yeah.
And Liv's over here saying Daddy Dom, PS5, chicken nuggies, and nudes. Anyway,
all I've ever said is we can do this all day long. I love it. She doesn't need the title for it at all. It's just the truth.
It's her revenge tour. Of course, she needs the title. She needs to take everything from Rhea. which I said from the jump, and everyone was like, "Oh, she's not going to take Judgment." Yet the fuck she was going to. And like I said, Fergal's been making the eyes at Olivia. It's gonna happen. The split is gonna happen.
You put his government on here. That's crazy.
I will.
Mm-mm.
I said what I said. I stand by my statement.
Well, while you're saying what you're saying, you're standing by your statement. Spit or swallow, Katie.
I'm spitting Chris Jericho's existence because why the fuck is this man on my TV consistently?
We said that part.
Well, this is different. Like, this is like, that was a pay-per-view. This is like weekly TV that I have to sit through and watch because there are some things on Dynamite that I actually don't care about.
He comes out on Dynamite, right? This man comes out on Dynamite and he says, I'm going to be on commentary because I have to get my weekly TV time, right, guys? And listen, like, I get that he is doing the character of what everyone says about him on the internet, but it's not in a funny or charming or any meaningful way whatsoever. It's making him even more
Of a piece of
egregious than he already was when we started saying the shit about him. Like, he's literally living the character and not mocking or parodying it in a good way or in a funny way, even though, yeah, he's a heel, whatever. Like, he's just exemplifying everything that we already hated about him that he was saying. He's saying the quiet part out loud now, right?
Yeah. And this man had the audacity to kick Taz off commentary. It's like, because Taz's kid beat your ass at a pay-per-view, you're going to kick this man's off commentary?
Time out. And Taz allowed this?
I believe
security came and escorted Taz away from commentary.
I believe there was a contract of some sort. I don't know. I had this muted and I was watching TikToks. So
because I'm about to say, if Taz allowed this and the spit goes to Taz, because where did he get pussified all of a sudden?
He begrudgingly allowed this to happen via security guard. Even
if they had security, real Taz and I knew would have fought them motherfuckers. So still, the spit goes to Taz.
Spit goes the whole fucking thing. Whole thing.
Right. I'm sorry. That's why I don't watch the shit.
That's not the only
thing. I tap in for certain things that might pique my interest, but they can't get me as a regular.
You know what is getting me as a regular, Reek?
What's up?
My next swallow, because we opened up NXT with motherfucking Michin versus Jada Parker in a street fight, and God fucking damn it. Michin dressed like she got drafted to NXT in all her We Are NXT gear. We had that dive from her into the chairs where she may or may not have knocked out a tooth.
Oh, hell yeah.
We had a bag of nuts and bolts, chairs, kendo sticks, pipes, fire extinguishers, broken barricades, back shots through the wall.
They broke Tatum's house.
She'll
be okay. She's
homeless.
She can make a house out of. She seems like she can make a house out of virtually anything.
She can just live in Ava's office, I guess. It's fine.
She can live under the ring. I feel like she'd be at home there.
She'd have a great
time. I mean, I'm sure there's room. Hornswoggle was under there there's a whole courtroom and everything underneath that ring. Like
there is. I'm around about that shit. Jesus Christ.
There's a portal under the ring. That's why so many people go in and out of there.
But yeah, no, swallowing that street fight that opened up NXT because goddamn, that was mwah.
Yeah.
The NXT women have consistently put on fantastic street fights. Like that's their bread and butter, no matter who it is. I don't think I've seen a bad street fight between the women in NXT. Ever.
Yeah, it's because the women in NXT can fight.
They can.
Reek, spit or swallow.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna stay in NXT. I'm gonna gargle this promo segment between Lola and Roxanne. Again, going back to the emotional promo theme of the week. This just felt a little disjointed because it's like, okay, the emotion was there, I got that, and like that shifted her character because she's supposed to be a heel, but you can't go back after you do this because I'm assuming that this was real. There was some real emotion there that she just kind of lost a little bit of control of, but it's like it felt out of nowhere. It's like you're having a segment before your pay-per-view match, and all of a sudden you just feel the need to just tell your emotional story and just break down about, like, I don't know where this came from. So it's like, yeah, to the emotional side of it, to, you know, carry your promo forward, but no to the fact of it's misplaced, it seems like. And then Roxy just looked like she didn't know how to steer the ship right. Like, the whole thing just went kind of off the rails a little bit. So I was like, I'm gargling it because I appreciate where it was coming from. It didn't feel right in this moment.
I'm spitting it. Literally have spit whatever the fuck that was between Roxanne and Lola. It was awkward. Nobody wants to see you shake your hips while you're crying. Like,
yeah, that too.
Nobody wants a sad dancer at the strip club. We really don't. Nobody likes that. All right.
Listen. Okay, hold on. As a woman here, I gotta take a perspective for a second. As someone who has watched herself cry in the mirror, sometimes you just gotta like laugh at yourself and do something. I mean, shaking your hips while you're crying, that's something I've never seen before. But Lola was she was just trying to get back to what she knows, and that's shaking her ass. But you gotta look pretty while you do it. But she was ugly crying, so she's got a little bit of work to do on that. Emotional bitches are crazy. I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, I know emotional women are crazy, and I've known emotional women. I've dated Spanish women. This was just not. The things don't go together. Like, we know her promo game needs work, but again, this was like, in the right scenario, this works, but this wasn't that scenario. It was just like, you just brought something, you channeled some emotion that wasn't necessary. This feud wasn't even built like that. Like, this feud wasn't built up personally. It was just, you know, you challenging her, you know, you seeing something you want and you going after it. It's not like y'all have a rivalry in here that needs to get personal, that you need to tap into that. So it was misplaced.
And yeah, it definitely wasn't like the time or place for it. It definitely seemed a little out of left field, but it clearly got a lot of people on Lola's side for this.
Oh yeah,
so
she's probably gonna go over now.
Fuck it, let it play out.
We'll see what happens. Katie, spit or swallow.
What the fuck does it say? You ever like write something and you can't read your own writing? Oh, I know what that says. I'm swallowing the bastard back versus All-American Nightmare Dragon Jake Long, Bryan Danielson. Because what a match. Like, granted, I had to watch it in like fast motion because I was running a little behind and had to make sure I was ready for my own show. But I liked the match. Those are two very good performers, and obviously it was for the Owen. Would have been cool to see Pac like continue on and like get more momentum, but it's fucking Bryan Danielson. You're not gonna have him lose in the semifinals of the Owen if you're gonna put him in the Owen. So I don't know. I like it. I was happy regardless. It was a really cool match.
It's one of those confusing booking decisions, right? Because like you said, you're not going to put Bryan Danielson in the Owen. I wouldn't put Bryan Danielson in the Owen, period. But you're not going to put him in the Owen and have him lose in the semifinals. But also, the whole idea of Pac was like rebuilding him to start doing shit, and we had him beat Cesaro and all of that just to then lose to Bryan Danielson. So, like, Pac has not had a good anything in AEW.
No, he did for a second, and then like visa issues hit him hard, and then injury hit him, and then he just like stopped showing up to TV because like I would too, honestly, and yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk about. Oh, go ahead, Reek.
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
We're going to talk about a bunch of Money in the Bank qualifier bullshit. All of it is swallows, though. I do have one thing that's like a retroactive spit now that I've seen the show. We're here, but we'll talk about that later. Zoe qualified for Money in the Bank over Dakota and Ivy, and then Kyrie is taken out by the Unholy Union during the match, which was fun because Alba and Isla needed their comeback. We also saw Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Ilya Dragunov. When can I ever say those three names, put them in a match, and then not be a fucking just banger of a match? Like, what else do you expect from that? Then, also on Raw, Katie's boy Chad Gable decides to interrupt main event Jey Uso and play the victim. Act like he hasn't been a shitty friend and a shitty leader, and then try to put the Wyatt Six off on Jey Uso. Like, why are they coming after me? You fucked up your family too. Why aren't they coming after you? Why aren't they coming after Otis and Maxine? They abandoned me. No, you're an abusive father, and you're a terrible person, and you deserved it. And then, man ran out of the ring after getting dropped by Jey Uso, stumbled past a shit ton of silhouettes. Listen, you never go deeper into the fog. What is the quote? I put it out on Twitter. The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How are you going to see him if you're living in the fog? Like, don't run deeper into the fucking fog, Chad.
It's okay.
Nikki Cross murdered 2 more people, left the bodies on the announce table with a package. We have a new week, a new recorded over sex tape. This time it is Uncle Howdy. That is what you do with VHSs, Katie. Neither here nor there.
True. It's true.
There are no fresh VHS tapes out there. He's recording over something. It's either an old Disney movie or it's a sex tape. One of the two. Maybe like a family birthday party.
That's one of those best.
I was gonna say that would actually be kind of like a cool, like if they could have, is like the video cuts in and out of like something that he recorded the video over in the background, like a birthday party or something from his childhood. That would have been a nice little butt.
That's what
basically, Bo is taking it upon himself and his family to punish those who have betrayed their family and taken them for granted. He gathered these people together and, gave them a new purpose and made them family and blah, blah, blah. More good shit from Bo Dallas this week. Really glad I drafted him in the Raw draft and brought him over with the entirety of the Wyatt Six because
I don't want to talk about that goddamn draft. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Just saying.
I don't want to. I'm so sick of these fucking votes. Hi, Will.
We also had Drew McIntyre shitting the bed on SmackDown, in my opinion, because we had our little Money in the Bank, everyone comes out, blah, 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 and Drew took the opportunity to introduce us to all of his opponents and didn't say one fucking clever thing the entire show, except for a line about Jey Uso making it over the border, which Jey Uso made at the beginning of his own promo.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. Oh, man.
So, Drew put on a banger of a match, but bombed that fucking SmackDown promo. Chad,
I'm not going to lie. I still laughed at it, though. And he said, how the hell did you even get across the border? I couldn't help but laugh at it.
This is true. How the fuck are anyone in that family getting across?
I'm going to say,
especially Jacob.
Jay and Jacob got across the border. Somebody got fired today, clearly.
Well, they kept saying that Triple H had to talk to authorities to get Jacob across.
Hey, everybody's got a price.
All right, they do.
It's true.
And last but not least, on the Money in the Bank qualifier stuff, Piper Niven backing up who I thought was going to be Miss Money in the Bank, Chelsea Green, by jumping Bayley backstage, saying she was going to have her back and blah, 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 blah. I was really excited for it. I ended up being wrong about that. We're going to talk about it here soon. But yeah, no, 3 swallows and 1 spit all rolled into a big ball for Money in the Bank qualifiers. Katie, would you like to try to defend Chad Gable?
Please don't turn the mic towards me. I don't appreciate that. In Chad's defense, he wasn't technically wrong about Jey Uso. That part I'll give him. Jay did abandon his family as bad as they were to him. And he took the Fireflies.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa. We are not going to do that here. We are not going to do that.
Chad is reading from the Roman Reigns playbook, and he's trying to put it off on Jey Uso.
That's wild.
Roman's playbook worked for him.
Till it didn't.
Roman forced this man to choose between him and his twin brother. Who are you choosing, Katie?
I mean, Jimmy was kind of being an asshole. But in retrospect, Jimmy did save Jay from becoming what Solo became. In retrospect.
Jimmy was protecting his brother. Jimmy was sitting there watching him be manipulated and emotionally abused and said, nah, fuck that. Now I'm hitting you. So he takes that opportunity to now say, okay, my brother had my back, so I'm going to have his back. And if that means we out the bloodline, we out the bloodline. How that abandon your family?
I am saving my Solo theory / talk for Young Kings Wrestling. So shout out if you want to hear how I feel like everything's going to play out, which we got just the beginning of already tonight. Tune in on Monday for the latest episode of Young Kings Wrestling. With that being said, and no offense to main event Jey Uso could have never done what Solo's done. Jey Uso ain't bringing them men in. Jey Uso ain't putting together that strong of a bloodline family. Jey Uso ain't bring. Listen, I love Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso, Yeet ain't putting killers together like Solo did.
Last thing I'll say about this.
Okay.
And then we can just move the fuck up. If Jay didn't believe it was true, why did he react the way he did?
What you mean?
You could tell that man he knew there was a little bit of truth in that. You could see it in his face.
It might have just been the Firefly thing. He's still shook about the fact that he took the Fireflies.
I was about to say,
and now they're Katie, listen.
What?
You talking about the family statement or the Fireflies?
I don't remember which one happened first.
It doesn't matter which one happened first. Hold on. You understand, right? Let's say.
Listen, I'm with you.
There's some killers
everyone's on the same page, and I just like Chad Gable.
Which is fine. No, but what I'm saying is there are some killers in the neighborhood. Regardless of whether you did something bad or not, when someone starts implying that those killers should start coming for you and listing reasons why, whether they're truthful or not, you're going to be a little shook. Like, why are you saying this shit? No, I want none of this. Right. Not to mention the fact that we literally watched this man murdered. Now he's back on TV having conversations, which is sketchy in and of itself. Like he took one to the head and woke the fuck up and came back out here. So we're a little worried about that from the get-go.
I didn't know there were zombies.
There's a term called business decisions. Okay, when he's coming out and everyone decides on their own accord to start putting their flashes on, you know what I'm saying? He's just going with the flow, right? But when some folks come back around and they have claim to a certain thing, you make a business decision to say, hey, y'all got that because I see what type of time y'all are on backstage and the way y'all are moving. So I'm going to bow out. Y'all can have those Fireflies. I don't want smoke. That's called a business decision. And that's what he made.
I just won't defend Chad Gable anymore on this fucking show because every time I do, I get attacked. And I'm sick of this shit. Let's just move on.
You could defend him, but he was wrong.
Listen, I had to defend CM Punk in my own home against 4 fucking people tonight. I understand, Katie. I get it, but I will defend that man till the day I die as long as he doesn't do anything that I don't wholeheartedly disagree with. And so far, he has not. So,
I mean, how can you not, bruh? Punk is the whole wrong party here from jump. So I don't know why we need to defend Punk at this point. Like,
no,
since
everyone in my home tonight was a Drew McIntyre fan and a CM Punk hater. All 4 of them motherfuckers just talking shit. and I had to fight every single one of them, including my wife, who has been the biggest for no reason because she wasn't even watching Punk when he came out. She just hates CM Punk on principle. So,
January, I remember what day it was, the night after the Rumble, when Drew went and looked that man in the face and said, "I prayed for this," he immediately became the heel. There has been no going back since then. He has been the heel since that point in time in January. There has been no point in time that Punk has been the wrong part, or Punk has been the bad guy in this situation. He's the wronged party here, and he has been since January. So all he has been doing is getting his licks back for everything that Drew's been doing. Drew initiated this, talking about, "I prayed for your injury." Then we got to Mania. He couldn't just take his belt and leave. He had to make a show of it. And then everything that's gone on for weeks, the man was off TV and he's still talking about him in his home and his wife and his dog. Like, it's unnecessary. Going crazy. Like, bro, Punk didn't do nothing wrong. The man's from Chicago. He been attacked verbally, physically, emotionally. He ain't gonna fight back. Come on now.
We will talk more about that when we get to Money in the Bank. Reek, spit or swallow.
What do I have here? Oh, so a spit. And we were just talking about it. Hear me out. That promo at the end of SmackDown. I hear what you're saying. He got killers. He's a great recruiter. Solo, and I think, who was it that said it? I think it was Big E tonight. Solo does not have the resume of a Roman Reigns to be talking with this bass that he has in his voice right now. Like, I see what you're saying, and I see what you're doing. I don't believe the gravity of your words right now, that you are the tribal chief and you trying to put off on Roman that he failed and you just decided you're going to take over. Like, not like you fought Roman to get this spot. It's not like you just overtook Roman, nothing like that. No, Roman stepped away, took his well-deserved time, and you just said, "Oh, well, I'm the last man standing, so now I'm taking over the bloodline. And because I recruited some killers, now I must be the guy. I must be the head of the table now." Listen, wise man once said, he's all right, but he's not real. Solo, you ain't that. I'm going to give him his kudos for tonight, which we're going to get to. But you talking with a little too much bass in your voice, and I ain't vibing with it just yet. You got to do this a little more before I get on board with that.
Not just that, you cannot come in talking shit about Roman Reigns losing the title with a win-loss record like you have, Solo Sikoa.
Fucking 0-34, Solo. Get your ass out of here.
Right
talking
there.
About your legacy couldn't defeat Cody's legacy, so no, I gotta like what qualify anyway. Again, more
nothing,
of that.
The answer is nothing. Nothing qualifies.
More of that later, and Monday. Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow the weirdly conjoined tag team of the Beauty and the Blade, Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovich. I think it's funny as all hell. Carmen just wants a match. Ariana Grace is complaining that she's not having a match in Toronto, her home country. And she goes to Ava and gets them a match. And then they had something on TikTok that I did, or on Twitter that I didn't see. But like they're deeming themselves the Beauty and the Blade, which I think is pretty dope. I think this is the makings of a beautiful friendship between the two of them. You got Gigi off with a knee injury, so you cannot do anything with her. So now you're gonna do something with Carmen and Ariana, and I'm not mad at that because Carmen's fantastic, and so is Ariana. So I see nothing wrong here.
I agree. I'm for it. I also, in that vein, had the match between Carmen Petrovich and my girl Jasmine Nix.
Yeah, because you love
JC helping. I do. Can you blame me?
I've seen.
I also love Ariana Grace. I'm just saying, JC helped her get the win. But yeah, no. Petrovich versus Nix was all the sights. I'm swallowing new WWE Tag Team Champions DXY. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Ciampa and Gargano did it. We've been seeing the downfall of Waller and Theory and all of the issues, and Waller purposefully causing Theory to get kicked in the face and then saying that Theory's sacrificing himself when he's not. There was a second there where I really thought that DIY was going to lose this match, and I was not.
I was going to be so pissed.
But they didn't. They won new tag team champions. DIY does it twice in Toronto.
Hell yeah. And they hit a shatter machine in honor of formerly known as the Revival, now known as FTR. So that was a nice little homage to the first Toronto match they had.
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy. And it is a good idea to have Johnny be a champion going into SummerSlam when it's in his hometown. So, like, that's something smart that they've done. Mm-hmm. The fact that Logan Paul's still a champion going into Cleveland, that kind of pisses me off, but that's neither here nor there. It's fine.
And then we had the double submission. We had the Gargano escape.
Which is exactly how they won the titles from the Revival. And I love when that shit happens.
It was great. It was good shit.
It was good shit. Good shit.
Reed, what's going on back there?
What?
Cody Rhodes doing some shit in the background?
I think his mic randomly just gets louder because then his TV gets louder.
Now, Peacock just moved on over to whatever else they got going on. And this is Cody and Seth from 38. Mania.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting.
I heard Cody was doing something. I didn't know what was going on back there. I was like, it can't already have played back to the fucking main event.
No
We
way.
haven't been on that long.
No.
But Reek, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna balance out. I'm gonna give a swallow to Street Profits and Pretty Deadly because I got Pretty Deadly back on my TV screen, and Street Profits get a win. So this is a double whammy for me. I'm happy either which way. He ain't off the hook yet. I still meant what I said 2 weeks ago, but this is passable for me. Yeah, this is passable for me. There's two things that I'm happy with and that I like, and we need to keep flushing out the tag division, especially now that we got new tag champs.
All right. I agree. Good to see the Street Profits get a win. Mm-hmm. First one in a while. Where the fuck's Bobby Lashley? Neither here nor there. Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gargling everything New Day and Karrion Kross.
Get off of my sheet. Get off of my sheet because that was my next thing.
No. Because Xavier Woods got a win. Y'all know I love Xavier Woods. I want nothing but good things for that man. But then you have Cross basically almost breaking the arm of Kofi Kingston. And now I am not the only one, and I saw a shit ton of this on Twitter. He held it for so long. Part of my soul wanted Big E to come out and make the save, and Big E did not come out and make the save, so I made myself sad for no reason. But I am not the only one who saw that shit on Twitter. I saw so many people being like, wow, part of me really wanted Big E to come out, huh? Y'all were not alone. So did I. Because the way he held it for so long really made it seem like anyone was going to come out and save him, and no one did. And I just don't like the idea of New Day breaking up. I talk about this every week, and Matt says just let them break up and let them do a new thing, and I don't want that to happen because it's one of the only pure things in wrestling right now.
No, thank you. Not here for this.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, I just listen. I've been on the we don't break up New Day train, but under any circumstances, it's non-negotiable. This particular thing, I just want to know what the catch is. What are we getting at here? Because initially you had me like Carl's just pulling up on both of them, trying to psych them out a little bit, get in their head somewhat. Yeah. And mainly just trying to punk Woods. It seemed like he was really trying to punk Woods out. But then we had a match with each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now Woods beat you. Like, what is the catch?
I mean, it's probably going to be some shit that like Cross is gonna be like, "Oh, Kofi, you're gonna let your boy Xavier Woods beat me, but you couldn't do it," and probably some bullshit like that. Because Kofi did lose to him last week, so I don't know. I don't like it.
The real reason this pissed me off is because it seemed like so much effort was being put into it. Because he made some like video. I want to say it was last week going into Raw about how he did a study on was it Kofi, I think, or something like that.
I think so.
He did a whole study on him. So you made it seem like you were building up to something big, and then we got this, after the last 2 weeks of what we've been doing. So it's like, again, you're giving off the impression that we're going somewhere with this, but I don't see it. So
maybe he tried to break Kofi's arm so Kofi's off, so then Woods is alone, so then he can just manipulate Woods however he wants because he doesn't know one from the New Day. That's all I have, and that's throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it maybe sticks.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
A man who's no longer with us once tried to do that to Woods. It didn't work then. It's not going to work now. Just going to say that. He just used a trance as opposed to nepotism with your partner.
I was so confused, but I understand now. Okay. Took me a second.
One of two things is going to happen.
Okay.
This is either leading to the miraculous return of Big E, or it's leading to the end of the New Day. Otherwise, all of this is a huge fucking waste of time. Everyone's effort. This does nothing for the New Day. Karrion Kross, this does nothing for him. You're feuding with a tag team in singles matches. When you have a tag team that can be feuding with the tag team, well, you could be doing other shit. We are either just spinning our wheels for shits and giggles, or this is leading to something big come SummerSlam or the near future, one way or the other, a heel turn or a return. One of the two. Those are really the only two choices. One of those things is going to piss off a lot of people. I feel like this is the one time that our boy TC, who just happened to show up, would not thrive off negativity if that negativity meant the New Day being no more.
Can I just say, I love how TC enters the chat every single time. When he does it on my show, when he does it here, makes a statement. Shout out to TC.
Yeah.
We're going to do one more round each, and then we're going to get into Money in the Bank. So I am swallowing Bayley versus Piper. We had all of the women ringside, Io, Lyra, Chelsea, Tiffany, Naomi. They all get into a big brawl. Nia shows up after the match, takes out Bayley. Michin shows up with the kendo stick from Wednesday, starts whooping on Nia because, as Katie said, we love that on-site energy. And when Michin and Nia is on-site, she sees her, she's out there beating that ass. She doesn't care if it's backstage in the ring, where the fuck ever.
Hey, I say that too. On-site energy is a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up for me at all times.
Yeah, because like Miss Parker and Michin have it. Michin's got it with Nia. Michin's just got it with everybody. And honestly, more props to her. Good. Put yourself on TV, baby. Go ahead. You deserve it.
Hell yeah, she does.
Hell yeah, she
Reese.
does.
Spit or swallow.
Ooh. I am going to swallow. Bad Blood is coming back on my birthday in Atlanta. Since he brought it up, and that's why he said Metro Boomin trust the police. They shot the ad together, but yeah, that looks dope, and I expect to see a hell.
Who shot the ad together?
Metro Boomin and the WWE champion Cody Rhodes.
Oh, and Cody Rhodes is the police now?
Oh, look, Kevin, it's the police.
Oh man, hey, you
know what?
He's got a beef with him. He's been on his head since Mania. Like
he has this.
I know, and tomorrow's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah, you have fun with that shit, man.
Yeah, tomorrow's. I might be drinking tomorrow too.
So much fun tomorrow afternoon, as you should.
the rack on Baja Blast. The rack getting Baja blasted. We'll see how that goes. See if he's been so on top of that, Cody Rhodes also did a commercial for The Boys, which is sponsoring our pay-per-view that we're going to talk about here, where he wanted to know what Homelander wanted to talk about, and I enjoyed the fuck out of that because that is like the greatest little Easter egg crossover going nowhere bullshit I've ever seen. Since we're talking about Cody Rhodes and commercials.
He was letting us know that he'd been tapped in and he heard y'all all this time talking.
I've been playing this Homelander on Mortal Kombat, so you know. Katie, your last spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow the fact that they addressed the Brooks Jensen situation happening in NXT. Don't make that face.
I agree with you, but I don't like what they did. I don't like them going back and being like, he still works for us. He was never like, I was down for this is a man who's not in the company doing his bullshit.
Keep the lines blurred.
I mean, listen, we all just assumed because he tweeted some shit. Shawn Michaels was like, he has a problem. He's got a drinking problem. Don't fuck him off. But like, he was like, he's got to get himself in his right mindset. He's got to do his thing, whatever. But then Brooks Jensen was showing up, trying to attack Vic Joseph, showing up in the crowd, showing up everywhere, and the security's got to take him out. So next week, he's going to have a sit-down. Oh, he was invited to have a sit-down with Ava. So I'm just intrigued to see where this goes and what this leads to. I'm not letting it play out. Like, we have the seeds planted. I just want to see what they grow into.
Just so you know, Tommy, John did come back, and I think you missed it because you didn't get all excited in the chat when it happened. And believe me, this might have been your favorite appearance yet.
Cheeks and all.
Yeah. Like I said, I love the story. I love everything that they were going. It's just I was about this man being out on the indies, doing his thing, and coming in and having his problem with Vic Joseph and whatever the fuck was going on. And when they said he still works for the company, we didn't release him. I was like, he kind of killed the gimmick. Kind of killed the fun part because, like Reek said, blur those lines.
Yeah,
that's where you had me.
Like the best example back in 2005 when we still loved this guy, when Matt Hardy got fired due to being cheated on and cut. You know what I'm saying?
Got fired due to being cheated on. How fucked up is that?
That's great.
Dude kept showing up, attacking this man on TV, and
I
nobody knew what the deal was. But I get it, but nobody knew what the deal was. And this is back before, we had, all this information out there, and you had to go to seltzer sources to get your fucking information. But
was it $15 a month now?
Katie,
you don't have time for that, Katie. Cut it out.
We don't.
Okay, fine. We'll do it. We'll do it after the show's over because I want to hear a rant because it's been a while. All right.
Anyway, the fact that at that time they had you guessing because you didn't have all that info, and the lines were completely blurred because everyone kind of played up. No one talked on commentary. It's like we don't know what's going on. This dude just keeps showing up to throw hands with this man, and we know that there's an issue here, but we don't know behind the scenes whether or not he got signed back, if he's still just a free agent, just going in business for himself. Like that is what draws the more eyes. That gets the more attention. That's what's good for TV and good for ratings. So, spilling the beans and, letting it be known, it's never a favorite. We don't like to do that.
I mean, at least they waited until like the week before you bring him back to like spill the beans. Like it would just be weird if he just randomly had a conversation with Ava like on NXT next week. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they could have played up the, hey, listen, you have some grievances, you want to air some shit out, you're going to keep showing up, let's sit down, let's talk about it, let's work it out. Figure out what we can do to fix this because you can't be showing up on TV fucking shit up every week.
I mean, and like in regards to the Matt Hardy situation, if I got cheated on, that's just on site with any person I see, especially the person that cheated on.
And I see Sean didn't take any lessons from the old man because, listen, like him, hate him, despise him, he handled that situation the best because he got on TV and said, listen, this has been fire going up every week on Raw, and I see fire, so let me throw gasoline on it. Let me sign this motherfucker back and just let him loose on Raw as an officially re-signed member of the roster.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, TC, because we are still on Spitzer Swallows, but this is the last one before we get into the Money in the Bank. And this rolls into Money in the Bank. I originally had it as a swallow. Due to the events of tonight, it is now a spit. I am spitting. Sami Zayn talking shit, getting broken by Braun Breaker. Then Braun going for a second spear, only for Sami to leapfrog it and hit the steps. And then Sami mounting a little comeback, but then getting broken by Braun Breaker again. Because I don't like being teased. I don't like being cock teased. I don't like my emotions being played with and promises not being fulfilled. So with that said, we're not even going to do this fucking in order. Right off the bat, Intercontinental title match. Sami Zayn defeats Braun Breaker. Smash or pass?
I almost did Hawk Tua. Pass. I'm going to save the energy I have for this for tomorrow. Because I need my brother with me for all the indignation invigorating within myself and that I know is within him because he pissed off too. So we are going to tag team demolish this shit tomorrow. Just understand, I said before they even got to entrances, that if Braun loses, we riot. Tomorrow, we riot. I'm going to keep it plain and simple just like that.
All right, Katie, smash or pass?
You're telling me that Sami fucking Zayn can beat Big Goon, and now he can beat Braun Breaker? What the fuck are we doing here? I'm not on Young King Smart, so I'm gonna lay my shit out now because this shit pisses me the fuck off. For what reason are you having Sami Zayn beat all these dominant men? I don't give a fuck if Braun Breaker's been on the main roster for a cup of fucking coffee. I don't care. He has the makings of a star, the moveset of a star. That man can spear you in half, and he did on Monday. And now you have him lose to Sami Zayn? Fuck that. I'm pissed. I got mad. Pass, pass, pass.
And that makes 3. All right. Men's Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre beating Braun clean after Braun literally killed the guy. Yep. More of this from TC this week.
This week. Okay,
again,
Sammy got somebody's nudes.
I'm going to tell you right now, as fun as this show was, YK is going to be a time you do not want to miss it on Monday. Men's Money in the Bank. We watched Gable belly flop. And listen, as much shit as I talk about his character, Katie, I give the man all the credit in the world for his in-ring ability. I did not expect to watch him just straight up belly flop into the pool the way he did. Jesus fucking Christ. Drew McIntyre walks out with the Money in the Bank.
Oh boy.
I don't even know what I give this, but the fact that Gable ran out of motherfuckers to suplex, he started suplexing ladders on the motherfuckers. Smash alone.
Hey, I'm big smashing this because not even 10 minutes in, you just felt the vibe that these motherfuckers got in a huddle and said, hey, listen, we got a problem.
Crazy shit.
No, not even that. It's like, listen, I'm about sick and tired of every time we do these big 4 pay-per-views, the women are showing us up. The Rumble, Survivor Series, all this other shit. Like, we gotta go and hammer this shit home tonight. We gotta put the working boots on. So they said, bet. We putting the working boots on and we going to fucking work. Hard hats, all that shit. And that's all this was from start to finish. Like, the amount of times that I did this and that between both the ladder matches was just like, damn. Like, this was wild. And then I really, like, they had me for a second because, like, I was thinking maybe, it felt like a little too obvious that Drew was going to win, but then you had this whole LA Knight J thing, you know what I'm saying? The dark horse of Gable being here, like the fact that in those waning moments we really didn't know who's going to win, like I need more of that. That's good. I like that.
Andrade recreating the
Oh
spot with Mello that he did with Finn 5 years ago. God damn.
Props to you for remembering that because I did not.
Finn's body bounced off the ladder. That is hard to forget.
How do you bounce off the ladder like a trampoline?
True.
Like
I am also smashing, but I am smashing more so for the events that unfolded due to this than anything else. Don't get me wrong. This was a great men's ladder match. I had created a bunch of ridiculous expectations in my own head of interference. I didn't see any fog for Chad Gable to walk through. No snakes, no cats, no rats, no dogs. Jay still has to find a way back to his family, so none of that happened. Everyone in this match except for Andrade really has beef outside of this match. I thought it was going to be a clusterfuck, and I was actually at the start of this match on Team Reek when asked, Matt, who do you think is going to win? I said Andrade. I was like, I tweeted out Andrade in the bank. I was there. However, the way things went, I'm not mad about it, so we'll get there. Actually, fuck it. Let's do that now. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Damian Priest retains his title. We have a Money in the Bank cash in from Drew McIntyre, who promised to cash in. And I believe this kind of played out a little bit, sort of, not quite the way I talked about on the She Elite Showcase. Because instead of Drew winning and going on to face Big Goon and then losing due to interference there, my boy CM Punk out of the hospital and back on his bullshit. Reek said everything I had to say already at the beginning of the show, and I've been saying for weeks. This is Drew screwed Drew, all right? I fought 4 people in my living room all fucking night about this shit. Drew screwed Drew. He started the beef, and he continued the beef, and everything CM Punk has done is in retaliation to Drew's actions. Cannot be mad at CM Punk for handling his business, all right? That man, yes.
Okay. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm going to let you finish. See, I'm pulling the shit you pulled on me. I have like a little bit of issue with this for a few reasons. Punk, it would have been cooler if Punk interfered during the ladder match since we got no interference. I personally wanted AJ Lee to show up and I didn't get that, and I'm a little upset with Paul, but that's okay. Seth was the champion. He pinned Priest clean. The ref, either the ref fucked up or backstage fucked up on Drew's music. One or the two, or both. I don't know who fucked up, but someone fucked up bad because Priest was dead, looking at the lights. No doubt about it. He didn't even move on the count of 3. Not a single muscle twitch happened. But the ref was like, and they even turned the lights up. Like, the ref was like, oh, no, that was 2. That was 2. No. Yeah. A few seconds later, Drew's music hits. So I got a lot of issue with what?
No, I agree with you. Just like, the fuck.
And yeah, so I have a lot of issue with how this match ended because if we're on a technical term, Seth technically was the champion. Ergo, Damian was still, I guess, but I don't know. The whole thing is stupid. It pissed me off in that aspect, but Seth looked damn good after coming back after knee surgery. That's all I gotta say. Jalen tweeted, was he even hurt? At this point, I don't fucking know because Mans was moving like a motherfucker out there. So
he had a very similar situation at Mania 33. Like, he wasn't I wouldn't say he was full blown injured. He had an issue, that he needed to get operated on. I think he probably just tweaked something that aggravated, kind of like he did back then. So he needed to, take his time, be cool.
Plus, his back has been in shambles for a few years, so do that, and I get that. I just wish. I mean, granted, with Punk screwing over Drew and how he did, he also inadvertently, but also maybe on purpose, screwed over Rollins, which the fact that Corey Graves threw off his headset and held Seth back, I mean, that's going to lead to something. I don't know when, I don't know where, but you lined up 2 feuds with it, so I'm not necessarily mad at it. I just wish we didn't waste the fucking briefcase again, We
never got Punk versus Seth. We're rebuilding towards that. We still got Punk versus Drew in our sights. That's been going on. That's been a beautiful pivot from the injury at the Rumble where we had to back out of the original plans, and they're doing a great job of that. We also had a Cuntertaker chant during this match, which, I mean, not censored. Love that. Because bisexual, as much as I love saying bisexual Undertaker, and believe me, if Damian Priest was ever bisexual Undertaker, tonight was the night that he was full on bisexual Undertaker.
Did you see that fucking cape? Mans was serving. And you know who was serving that?
Cunt.
He was serving cunt. Cuntertaker.
Yes. We didn't get any real, I mean, I guess we'll let it play out, but nothing from Finn staring daggers through Damian Priest as he walked away, and the boys went back to playing Liv's PS5.
SummerSlam's coming up.
SummerSlam is coming up, but Damian's busy at SummerSlam. Damian's got Big Goon at SummerSlam.
And you act like Finn won't screw over Priest at SummerSlam and the return of Mommy?
Maybe.
I beg.
Maybe.
I beg.
But that, 2 things. 1, I don't give a damn what is on this card. Drew, Punk, better main event SummerSlam. I don't give a damn what the other. I'm so serious. I'm not even joking. Cody, Solo, Randy, Gunther, all of them. I don't care. They all take a back seat because this is the best feud on TV. Triple H himself, the man with the pen, says if it is the best story, it goes on last. Period. This is the best story. It's been the best story for 6 months already. It goes on last. Second thing.
I agree.
The reason why I'm slightly okay with the whole briefcase situation. I don't like the briefcase getting diminished either. I was one for saying we need to utilize it better. The reason why I'm okay with it, slightly, is because of what you just said. Gunther's coming up at SummerSlam. He's going to win. And realistically, he's going to have a monster run with this title. You can't let him have a sustainable monster run if there's a threat that he could possibly lose it from some shenanigans and somebody having the money in the bank to cash in. So they kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. They advance the story with Drew and Punk, and also we can get rid of Money in the Bank and let Gunther reign for as long as he wants to, because he will do just that.
Only about a 5%, and it's a hard Mountain Dew.
Smirnoff is mine, and it's 8%.
Oh,
and I crushed the whole can in about an hour. So,
I agree with most of all of that. And again, smash for all of the things. They fucked up the count. It happens.
You fucked it up that bad?
I mean, those things have happened before. No Way Out 01, Rock, Kurt Angle, that happened there, and Rock was pissed off about that. So it's like either he was supposed to kick out, or the count was like you said, somebody messed up with music, somebody messed up the count.
Somebody fucked up somewhere.
We did get a motherfucker out of Katie, so yeah, I agree.
Hey, leave me alone. I am distressed.
You're about to be more distressed because, ladies and gentlemen, John Cena announced his retirement tour for the Canadian crowd. Smash or pass? And bonus topic, who does John have his last match against?
I have that answer.
Cena, it's hard now because first off, I don't. It's like I'm torn between smashing and passing because I don't want this shit to be over. Like I kind of want to pass the fact that it's going to be the end, but it's like I had John Cena on my TV, so I got to smash that. As far as who the last person, I don't know. Like I have a fantasy book scenario where he wins the Rumble and challenges Cody, and we get that. You know what I'm saying? At the last Mania, you know, I'm here for that. But yeah, I don't know realistically who it would be at this stage of the game.
I'm gonna step in ahead of Katie real quick because I know she's got feelings and thoughts. And let me say this: we have had a discussion specifically tonight about guys who need to hang their boots up and don't know when it's time and stick around far too long. Specifically, a man that Katie wished death upon and a tag team that we all love that are well past doing what they need to do, right? Mm-hmm. In this scenario, John is going out on his own terms. He is setting his timeline. He has been saying for a while now that when he knows that it's time, he is going to make the decision and step away, and that time is coming. Well, the last time is now. So I respect John for doing what a lot of guys can't do. All right? Coming out here and admitting that as much as it sucks for everyone who has been fans of John Cena for the last 20-some years, that it is time to hang up those boots. It is time to set all of this aside and ride off into the sunset, make peace with HBO.
How dare you?
I see what you did there.
So I'm smashing John going out on his own terms because I don't want John to be one of those guys that we sit back and say he should have retired back in 2025. Like, he promised he'd be there for the historic first Raw on Netflix, that he was going to do his last Royal Rumble, that we were going to see him go through in the next year for all of these new things. We have many John Cena moments left to live, but not as many as we would like.
No, not at all.
Cold-blooded, man.
So smash.
Just don't. I know what a lot of people are going to say. Don't make it Randy Orton. Like, I love both of them, both Hall of Famers. They've done it too many times. It can't be the last match.
I would like it to be one of two people, actually. I would like to see it either be Carmelo Hayes or Trick Williams.
Ooh. Oh, that's wild.
Because I want to see John Cena put over the next generation on his way out.
Well, that's part of my thinking of Cody. I mean, he already gave him the endorsement, but it's like
Cody's there.
Now that I know that, but it's like now that Cody
Hear me
is
out,
here,
Chad Gable, because he's baby Kurt Angle.
No.
It would be a very full circle moment. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's not gonna hit the same because we're
it
not.
Matter.
If we're talking about Chad
we don't
Gable,
know where Chad is gonna be in a year.
I want that for him. We all want that for him. But 9 months from now, I can't say that he's going to be there. That's a gamble. Like if Chad was already like upper mid card going towards main event, yes, he's not there yet. He hasn't even won the IC belt yet. So we got a ways to go before we're there.
And we
so
don't
I see where you at, but we got to fast track his timeline before we can do that.
I'd be cool with Chad doing some ruthless aggression and taking out John Cena. But again, Chad somewhat established. I would like to see, like I said, a Trick or a Carmelo, guys who are
not be mad at either.
Brand new, who could definitely put on and make John Cena not only look good, but use that boost off John Cena to really get them up into that main event scene. Chad is literally just one good match and dropping an abusive father gimmick away from being a main eventer as is. So, like,
and I like I said, I say Cody not because I feel like Cody would need the rub, but more so the fact that, like, if John wants to go and say, "Hey, last run, let me pursue that number 17," and he gets some wins again, then it's like, okay, hey, John, you're coming after me. I'm the guy now, so.
I will accept that if and only if John Cena wrestles his match as Peacemaker, and Cody Rhodes wrestles the match as Homelander.
You need to be stopped right
I'm
now.
here for that. I'm here for that.
Katie, now is your time. You have not officially smashed your past yet. Please let it all out, because I know you've been holding it in.
No. I will not cry on this podcast, goddammit. I refuse. I had enough of that earlier today. But since I was not able to watch the interview, I do have somebody did take a few notes that what he hinted at. He will not be retiring at WrestleMania 41, like he kind of hinted at. But like I will be there to witness that. He wants to do 30 to 40 dates next year. He will retire the jorts following his retirement. And then any other TV appearances he makes after that will be in a suit and tie, which is very John Cena. That also makes sense. He's open to going for world title number 17. And he hints at entering the Rumble to get to number 17, which I will not be mad at in any way, shape, or form. This is a pass. How the fuck are you gonna have John Cena come out with? As soon as I saw the towel, I was in tears. You can't do this. Not to me. Not to Canada. Canada did nothing wrong. Why you gotta state your retirement in Canada? What the fuck did they do? Toronto's just trying to live their life and chant. I don't know. Also, it's supposed to be like a whiteout. I saw like nobody in a white t-shirt, so I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do with all that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's
Dude
me.
that normally has the lime green smiley shirt on had a white smiley shirt on, but
Oh yeah. Did see tweets about that? But no, yeah, John Cena like being retired and shit. No. I've been watching that man since I was 6 years old. That shit's not gonna fly. So when you see me at WrestleMania and you see me crying, no, you didn't. Not at all.
we did.
Wait, you did.
we're running close to the end. We got two more matches. Women's Money in the Bank. For me, this year was a little rough. Don't do that.
You're
That ain't
rude.
right. Especially my girl Lyra and Zoe at the beginning of the match. However, Naomi, always a highlight. Tiffany Stratton walks away. Miss Money in the Bank. Tiffy in the Bank. Smash or pass. I'm gargling, honestly. Like I said, I think the men's match was better for once, and the opening was a little rough for me before we really got cooking. I also really wanted Chelsea to win, and I didn't get that. And I really thought there was a spot there where she was about to, and then they took it away from me. So,
yeah, I said it too. Like I had Tiffany Tag to win it all the way back in January. I could see the writing on the wall. Now, as we got closer, and I started seeing that groundswell of like people getting behind Chelsea, I'm like, oh shit, because I could see all of the. I honestly watched SmackDown and said, damn, if we play this right, I started fantasy booking all the way on through the rest of the year. Like Chelsea could win. She's got Piper in her back pocket. She uses her to help win her the title. We engaged a feud from there. Like I had it. I could see it. So I'm like, okay, I'm good with Chelsea winning. But I saw Tiffany months ahead that, you know what, this could probably more than likely be the case. We got plenty of real estate to work with that, because she's had the Rockets and she's gone up to main roster. Not surprised by that. But RIP to Zoe Stark, EO, Lyra, all of them, because they had like some of the roughest spots I've ever seen for any women in this match with ladders. Like, my God, like EO hit that spot on Zoe and did a scorpion herself after the fact. Like,
I mean, this was after Zoe probably concussed herself after she clipped her fucking head on the ladder.
Yeah, y'all check that video I sent to the chat, by the way. But they just kind of went crazy. Like they said, hey, you know, like I said, the men huddled up and said, we got to step it up, and they was like, oh hell no, they try to get us, now we got to go crazy here. But I pass it, you know what I mean? Smash it, because it was still good, you know what I'm saying? Not at all, you know, anything I didn't expect. So Chelsea taking that spot though, I know she has a thing for these off the ladder spots, but this one was, my God, with her husband watching too, because he was lurking back there up in the rafters. If you look, Check social media. He was there.
I mean, why
that counts as a return, by the way. That's another reason that I low-key wanted Chelsea to win because I said it about 2 years ago that Matt Cardona will find his way as Matt Cardona back in the WWE, and this would have been the catalyst for it. So a part of me wanted to pass. My bad.
It's crazy.
Keep it under 2 hours. Katie, smash or pass?
Smash. Women doing women things. Naomi's a goddamn star and deserves to be treated as such. Zoe can cause herself. Who knows what the fuck happened after the fact. Every woman had a very good spot. Chelsea taking it through the tables like she did in TNA like a year or so ago. Good on Chelsea. And she had the Trish Cowboy hat. Oh, we didn't even talk about Tiffy time and Trishy time in the back. Trish, one more match with Tiffany. I'm in.
There we go. All right, Zoe Stark. And then our main event, ladies and gentlemen, Solo Sikoa pins your WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, in a 6-man tag team match. Bloodline goes over, what do we call it? RK Rhodes? RK Rhodes?
RK Rhodes.
RK Rhodes. Smash or pass?
Smash. You know, that boy Jacob is everything that, you know, we expected to see. Wilding as hell. Tonga Leoa, I don't know where you learned to do low blow shots, but TC said he might be getting ready to go in the portal. I wouldn't be shocked. But yeah, as I said before, kudos to Solo to getting that signature win. I don't buy your words, but you pinned the champ, so I can't not give him credit for that.
He punched that man right in the asshole. Like,
right.
The first time, yeah, he fucked up. How do you fuck up a low blow?
Katie, smash pass.
Oh.
I realized I didn't actually put an answer. I'll smash it, I guess. I don't know. As soon as I saw the ref bump, I was like, oh, here come all the goddamn shenanigans. Typical Bloodline fashion. Let's see what happens next. I mean, for shenanigans and Kevin getting a nice pop in his kind of hometown, I'm just a little upset that Triple H was like, oh, full of surprises. Why the fuck didn't Randy RKO Cody after the match then?
Yeah, where was our landscape changing? Tonga Loa did take a hard headshot on the announce table, so he was loopy, so that might have had something to do with it. I'll give you that. I am smashing.
FaceTiming someone during the match, so I wasn't fully paying attention.
I will smash. You will hear more on why I am smashing if you guys listen to Young Kings Wrestling on Monday, which is a best way for me to say Wreak Havoc. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
Yes, sir. You can find me at Wreak Havoc 24 on Instagram and Twitter. And you can go check out the Havoc Hour, where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms, where you find this show as well. In the video versions, which is the most entertaining version, is up on YouTube with all my content currently out right now.
Katie.
You can follow me on Twitter, Cater13, link to brought to all things Sheila Showcase, twitch.tv/Sheila Showcase, youtube.com/Sheila Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I think it's normal time this week. I don't fucking know. I'm going to do it the normal time. We'll see if Savannah shows up. I don't fucking know anymore. But last episode had Matt on it and the rack. Because everyone fucking wanted the rack. God forbid y'all listen to the show for me. But whatever. Yeah, so you can go check that out.
And you guys can follow me on Twitter at MattRiddle7ATTRDDR for your wrestling content, at Getting Off, for your horror content. Getting Off is back this Sunday. Everywhere else at Smackin It Raw, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Blue Sky. Also, hashtag Them Dragons tomorrow, followed by Getting Off. Come tune in, check it out. And you guys can catch me this Monday on Young Kings Wrestling for Miss Katie Kinsey Bay and Wreak Havoc. I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast, the places where you can find people having sex on the internet.